Well, good morning and welcome to Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I'm your host, Judy Mannings, and today's session is with Health Educator Jerri Haslem. Folks, we want to remind you that AARP empowers people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization that has over 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate for those 50 plus and their families. AARP Alabama is committed to offering opportunities for people to stay engaged from home. So in other words, you can be right at home and do everything you have to do. But the Mindful Movement series provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your own home. Remember, we have a survey today, and we will drop the link into the chat room. So let's roll it over and speak with Jerri. Hi, Jerri. What do you have in store for us this morning?
Well, hello, Judy. I got some friends with me, some weights, and I always consider those an option. So we're going to do some things with and without the hand weights, and we always believe in improvising. So what I always say is have fun, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, that's the most important thing, to have fun while we're exercising and keeping in shape. And Jerri's going to make sure we do that to the fullest potential. But folks, remember, before you begin any exercise routine, you should consult with your physician to be sure it's safe to participate. All right, Jerri, let's get started.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I am so glad you're joining me today. I always ask you, come with a smile and just enjoy. And today we're going to use our own body weight. We're going to use weights. And I just want you to, again, enjoy. So if you're ready, I want you to move that chair out the way and stand up. And right here, I just want you to kind of plant your feet hip distance apart, okay? Relax your body, just relax. And I want you to stand up nice and tall. And when you do, I want you simply to inhale and blow it up and all the way out. Do that for me again. Come on. Inhale deep, blow it up and out. Now right here, take those shoulders and just raise them up. There you go. Now just drop them. Sometimes when you do that, just feels like such a relief. Let us do that again. Come on, bring those shoulders up. Bring them up. We're letting go of everything. Just let it fall. There you go. What I want you to do is simply keep those knees soft. I don't want you to lock them out. You're going to keep them soft, a slight bend. And right here, you're going to place your hands on your thighs and just hinge over, pulling those abs. You're just going to hinge over. You're going to look down, and then you're just going to tuck and roll all the way up, stacking one vertebrae at a time and letting your head be the last thing that comes up, okay? I don't want you to come up in a rush. I want you to take your time, okay? Again, put those hands on those thighs and lean over, just hinge over, tuck and roll that back all the way up and let that head be the last thing that comes up. Hope that felt good. We're going to do it one more time, okay? Again, hands on your thighs. You're just going to hinge over. You're going to tuck and roll all the way up. That should feel good, okay? What I want you to do is just bring one leg in, put the other leg out there. I call it just like a little old-fashioned kickstand. And you're going to sit back in those hips. There you go. Sitting back, sitting back, sitting back. Sometimes I wobble, who cares? There we go. Sit back, challenge that balance a little bit. Put that foot down and just roll up. Okay? Let's do that again. Remember, the leg is out. You're sitting back. You're putting the weight in your hips. You're going to put that foot down and just roll up. Let's change the legs out. When you do that, not only giving you a stretch, again, it checks your balance just a little bit. So when you put that foot out in front and you sit back in those hips, it's a little bit uneasy, and that's fine. Put that foot down and roll up do that again. Put that foot out there. Come on. The heel is out. You're sitting back like that kickstand. There you go. Put that foot down and roll all the way back and up, okay? Just warming up that body a little bit, just letting it know you don't have to always be completely balanced to challenge it, okay? Right here, I want you simply to take one foot in front of the other. And when I say that, it's heel to toe. And when you do that and you put one foot in front of the other, it may actually feel like you're shaking a little bit. It's almost like being on your own balancing beam, okay? It's just one foot, literally the heel and toe, they're meeting each other, just heel to toe, standing up nice and tall, getting yourself completely balanced like that. Put the foot back. Let's change it out. Seems kind of simple, but I promise you, it's like you're on. There you go. That's it. A little bit of a shake. It's okay. That heel to toe, just giving yourself that amazing balance. That's it. Take that foot apart right here. So both feet are apart. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to move just a little bit. And what I want you to do, I want you to start to alternate bringing that knee up. And when I say alternate bringing the knee up, bring it up to your comfort level, okay? We're alternating. We can do this at a faster pace. We can change the rhythm of it or whatever. So you're just alternating, bringing it up, okay? That's it. Alternating those knees up. I want 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Bringing those knees up a little bit higher, okay? What I want you to do is take your hands, if you're comfortable, above your head. And you're just going to bring those arms down just as if you're bringing something across that thigh, that knee. And this is going to raise your heart rate up just a little bit. Now, if it doesn't feel right, always you can drop those hands. But what we're doing, we're just alternating, bringing those knees up, taking the arms right above the head. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That'll get that body warmed up. Feel like, okay, feel like I'm getting a little bit warmer. Now, what I want you to do, if you're ready, I want you to pick up your weights. If you don't have weights, that's fine. If you have canned goods or water bottles, I have some small handheld weights, but we never have to use these. This is just, again, an option for you, okay? So right here, let's take these arms right here. We're just going to alternate what we call just a hammer curl, alternating. And notice I'm not gripping the weights. They're simply in my hands, right here by my sides. My palms, my hands are facing inward, and I'm just alternating. There we go. That's it, okay? Alternating, working that bicep as well as that tricep. I'm not swinging the weight up. I'm not squeezing it. I'm just using my arm to bring it up and down. Let's do 4 more single. 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Now let's bring those arms here where actually my palms are facing forward, okay? And when we do that, let's simply extend the arms out and bring it back in. Now, if this feels a little bit uncomfortable, you just take it out to your level, but we're just extending it out and bringing it in. There we go. Almost like we're serving something on a tray. Here's our platter. We're just going to turn it out and bring it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now right here, your arms, I want you to close your hands, not a grip, but just close them where you can control that weight. And we're going to bring the weight up and just bring it back down level. So this time it's up towards our shoulder. There we go. We're alternating those weights. I need that smile. You know that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now today, and I don't always emphasize this, but I want you to think about what muscle, what group, what body part are you moving, and concentrate on that. When I brought that arm up, sometimes people may, not you, you'll use your wrist, and I don't want that. I don't want you to use your wrist. I don't want you to use your hand. I want you to use your arm, okay? So notice that the arm comes up. I'm not rolling that hand or that wrist. So the arm is doing the work, making sure we're understanding what are we doing? We're working that bicep. So that's what we want to do the work. So it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. You see what I'm saying? Working the front of the arm, working the bicep, okay? Now, if we wanted to work our wrist, we simply would rotate, okay? So I'm rotating, and I can take that the other way, okay? So understand, if I'm working my wrist and my forearm, I'm simply gonna rotate with that wrist. There we go, okay? Being comfortable in understanding why are we doing this, making sure that we're working all of our body and working the body parts, I guess, in a manner where we're strengthening and we're enjoying that, okay? So now that we worked a little bit with that bicep, what about the back of the arm, okay? The tricep. Sometimes we don't always work that. So what I'm gonna do here, a few ways I could work it 2 parts, 3 parts. So what I can do, I can hinge over, simply drop my arms, and I'm bringing it back. I'm using the back of my arms to bring them back right here by my waist. I can also kick back. So if I turn to the side, I would just kick that back, working the back of that arm, okay? And when you do that, I try to tell you, don't swing it. Sometimes people will move the arm, but I want the arm to stay in the position and just extend it back. So when you extend it back, you're working the tricep. So I'm not moving the entire arm when I do that. And that itself is so important, understanding, again, what are we doing and why are we doing it? So again, if I'm doing that tricep and I'm just turned to the side, I'm just extending it back and my arm just goes back. I'm not using the whole arm like a pendulum. The arm is up and I'm extending that tricep, just taking that arm back, okay? And again, we could just lean over just a little bit. We're gazing, looking down. And what happens, we just pull those arms back. We're pulling them up and back. So I'm just gonna pull that tricep. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1, okay? Now, if you've had maybe shoulder surgery or something with your rotator cuff, sometimes that ball and socket is not as comfortable when you're lifting. And I want you to be smart and listen to your body. I'm not as nearly as smart as your body. So we're doing a raise, be it we do a lateral raise, you may only be able to extend your arms up so far, and that is fine. I'm gonna lift my arms up and down, and I'm controlling it both ways. So today, again, trying to show you some things where you can do multiple reps. You can do multiple, sets of that. So if we're right here and I say, you know what, let's do a set of 8, okay? You're not swinging it. And what I want you to understand is when you lift the arm up, control it. When you bring the arm back down, control it. I know you say, Jerri. Yes, Jerri is making sure today, just giving you a little bit more attention. I know that sometimes we're just constantly doing the exercise, but today I'm really trying to focus on not only the exercise, but giving you proper form. And, I wish we could be in person, but we're not. And sometimes I'm guilty of it. You may not be. We're looking at someone and thinking, oh, I should be doing it that way. Not necessarily so. What you want to do is make sure you're doing it to your comfort level, causing you to be comfortable and no pain and no injuries. So with those raises, let's do 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something you may not like. You're like, Jerri, here she goes doing new things all the time. But I'm going to ask you the next set that we do, I'm going to ask you not to look at me, but maybe if you're comfortable, lower your eyelids or close your eyes, because again, so often we will look at other people and thinking, Am I raising my arm high enough? Is it too low? And your body is so smart, it's going to tell you. So again, no one in the room, including myself, it's about you. It's you being your best version of yourself, okay? So with this one, again, don't look at me thinking your arms are too high, too low. I don't want them elevated. I just want you to lift them up to a level that you're controlling and bringing it back down where you can feel that, okay? So lower those eyes or just don't look at me because it's about you and it always is. Let's go with 8. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hope that felt good, okay? Now we did it out to the side. Now we're just going to do upright rows. And when we do that, I want you to stand up nice and tall. Engage, zip up those abs. Never holding your breath. You're comfortable. And you're just going to bring those arms up. They're just bringing them up chest level and taking it right back down, okay? Let's do a few of those. Just bringing it up and down. You're controlling the movement both ways. Yes, both ways. That's what we're doing. You can feel that. There you go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How did that feel? Okay. So let's again. Chest is proud. You're strong. You're standing up. We're going to do those upright rows. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about if we did that and we added our legs? We added a movement. So if we were just stepping from side to side, let's just say we're, sometimes I like those Tuesday combos. I know you can never tell with Jerri. I know. But we're just going to step from side to side. We're just stepping side to side. And then let's just take the weights and add the weights up and down, up and down, up and down. There we go. We're just stepping side to side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? Putting moves together, doing double moves when you do that. Let's say if we were just to step up and step back. Step up, step back. How about that? Step up. And we can make this a little hop if we wanted to, and step back. Step up. We got our weights. We can bring them up and bring them down. We're stepping up. It could be a little step. It could be a walk, or it could be a little hop. But again, 2 movements in 1. Never squeezing those weights. Working those biceps when we do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Okay. So now we feel comfortable with those weights, moving those weights, maybe even moving our feet with the weights. Let's take these weights and let's do a little bit more movement with them. Okay. We took our arms out to the side. We brought our arms up. So now, suppose we take these arms and bring them in as if we're hugging a tree and bringing them back down. So we'll bring them up, in, and bring them down, okay? Like we're hugging a big old tree and bringing them back down. So bring it up, give me that circle. There you go. How about it? There we go. Bringing it in. 4 more. Up, 4. Bring it up. Give me 3. Up, give me 2. I want 1 more, please. 1 more, 1 more. There we go. There you go. How does that feel? Just bringing those arms in a circle in that way. Now, let's say our arms are out in front of us, okay? So let's do a circle this way. So we got a circle going from top to bottom, taking those arms, not bringing them too high. We don't want to hurt ourselves, but we want to get that motion. There we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Using those arms to move a little bit. So now what about if we put the legs with it. I know, here she goes. Double Tuesdays, she likes it. So let's say we had our knees. Remember how we were alternating our knees at one point? So suppose we take those knees, we bring them up, and we bring the arms up, and we just alternate just a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1, okay? Understanding that there are so many different ways you can move that body, okay? I'm going to take the weights and just put them down here out of the way for just a second. Put them out the way, place them to the side. So now, let's say we are going to move our feet side to side. So if I hop side to side, remember, using a little bit of cardio when we do this. So I can hop. I don't have the weights, but if I wanted to, I could have them. So it's a hop, a little skip, but you could step it if you didn't want that. You could actually step when you do that. So it doesn't matter what your space is. I want you to move. You may be on a call back-to-back, Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting. You should take your just 2 or 3 minutes just to stand up and to move your body, okay? Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that, okay? No weight. Let's take it and imagine that we're going to do our own jumping jack, okay? So we're going to extend our arms out, extend our legs out, because sometimes maybe that jumping, it may not be for you. So we're just taking it out, stepping it out. We can add our own rhythm. We can add a little bit faster when we do this. We can put a little shuffle in the middle. So understanding the different ways we can move, just even when we're at our desk. 4, 3, 2, and 1. How about that? Suppose we wanted to take those arms up and down. Remember when we take them over our heads and bring them down? If that is too much for you, maybe you don't take them over your heads. Maybe you just bring them here, like chest level, and bring them back down, okay? So your hands, the higher you want to take those arms up, that's going to be your choice, okay? So again, if we just were here, just bringing our hands up and down, or if we reached all the way up, I want you to feel so comfortable when you're moving. And I don't want you to think of this as ever a punishment. It should always make you feel like, oh, I'm glad I did that. It feels good. It feels relaxing. It feels like a stretch or cardio or weights. It's exactly what my body needed, okay? So let's do a few more exercises. Just a few more, and not just letting me show you the different things that we can do, okay? You remember how we took our legs, stepped side to side, and also how we stepped forward. So suppose I had my imaginary jump rope, okay? We love it. Maybe your knees, maybe you're not comfortable with that jarring, but you could take your heel out and use your heel just to go a little bit and use your arms to do that. So everything that anyone can do, guess what? We can modify. We could take these heels out. There we go. Now, if we wanted to, we could go a little bit faster, or we could just bring the heels up. And when I say bring the heels up, bringing them up and not putting as much pressure on those knees, bringing those heels up, ankles, heels, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So be it jump rope, be it a jumping jack, whatever that is, I want you to feel comfortable when you're doing it. One thing that I do recommend is making sure that you're comfortable when you're doing these things. If we were doing what I call like a full body, if we're going to do a squat, okay, and you say, well, Jerri, I'm not really comfortable with that because of my knees, or am I doing that correctly? It could be so very small. You don't have to get extremely low. So you can just making sure that you're putting your hips, the weight in your hips, in your heels, and you're just going down just a little bit and coming up. Just a little bit of movement. Yes, could you go lower? Yes, but I want you to feel comfortable. Never any pressure forward, never any pressure on our knees. That is not acceptable. So again, just a little bit of a movement and coming up. Just a baby squat. And it's amazing how babies can do this and how they can actually sit all the way down. And you're like, what? Just to look at them, it's like, oh my goodness, that hurts me. Again, baby steps, small squat, bringing it up. A little bit of a squat and bringing it up. And when you do that, working everything from your abdominals, your quads, your hams, your glutes. So when you're sitting down, you're sitting back and the weight is going back. You're looking up, your chest is up and you're bringing it up. It's not a forward move at all, okay? So again, 4, bring that up. 3, it's 2, it's 1. Now, when you're really, really comfortable and you feel like you want to elevate that, you can go lower, you can raise your hands. But again, today is about showing you different moves that you can do and put together. So not more so of how we're doing a routine, but giving you examples of things you can do right there at your desk. If you stood up and you only had 2 feet, move that chair out the way. You got 5 minutes to move. If you're watching TV, whatever you're doing, making sure that you move when you do that. Now, I hope you've enjoyed it today. I always enjoy it every time. I always ask you, the only thing I need from you is a smile. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you moved, and I hope you saw something that, you know what, maybe I can modify that for me, whatever that is. So, Judy, I hope you enjoyed it as well.
Well, Jerry, I always enjoy it. And it was invigorating and made us move this morning early. And I think that's what we really needed. I really appreciate it, Jerry, and I'm quite sure the audience does too. By the way, I would like to also let you know how much we have enjoyed you this morning and to remind you to join us each Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for Mindful Movements. Here's a short commercial of our upcoming events. Take it away.